Who's on first?
Yes.
I mean the guy's name.
Who?
The guy playing first.
Who?
The guy playing first base.
Who?
The guy on first base.
Who is on first?
What are you asking me for? I don't know.
Wait a minute,
I'm asking you who's on first.
That's his name.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
Who?
The guy on first.
That's it.
Good evening, 50.
Here's a thought for Ratheth Butter Begin. Oh, Ratheth Butter Begin. Cottontail 86, the party pooper strikes again. Taking away the bye. That's like ripping the candy out of Bunny's Pastoral Busco. But hey, maybe Cotton's just saving the real big bucks for the after party. Stay tuned. It's gonna get wild and slightly naughty, but still PG-13, promise. I brought it back. It's not gone. Good evening, Dustin.
Can we ride in this moment? Can we ride? Nothing's stopping us tonight. No, not a single bright light in our sight at all. Way in our way, I'm your passenger. You lead the way. You lead the way. I let you take the wheel. I'm feeling so
There we go. Who had a stream streak? $50 tech with 55 streams. Holy. That is amazing.
I'll be your passenger. You lead the way. What does perfect even mean?
Lost your streak on Lostins without missing a show? Yeah, that's weird how that works. I had a weird announcement that had to go watch a VOD on another channel. And I was like, you just ended 20 seconds ago. You know, like I rated out with her, had been in the channel for a few hours. It was like, okay, ain't no way that I missed that one. I don't know. Twitch might be doing some weird things. Never know, Scopely and Digin might want to add more levels and tiers to older ships to bring them closer to G7. I've kind of wondered about that, if they were going to enable like some kind of an upfitting. Kind of like an upfitting type of mechanic or something. Especially with the specialty ships. I know, like, they've added warp range to a lot of them to be able to get them up into the G7 space, but yeah, seeing an actual, you know, like, accelerated level for some ships would be kind of neat. I'm going to keep an eye on Microscape today. I think my character is probably going to die on stream, probably. Do want to check out one thing. Thank you for the lurk, Dark Tree. Okay, so I've got that set up. Wasn't exactly sure that that was tied into a specific stream. We'll see. Another reproduce thing, Scopely will not want to add new levels to old ships. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how they want to do with sourcing upgrades. And like accelerating lower ops into mid ops. We're gonna be 3 for 3 on finding nodes. We are. Impressive. Hi, Lady Command. That's what I've been doing. Like last time, scrapped gone wrong. Oof. Things keep going wrong with the Stella refinery and Stella scrapping. That could be some rough times trying to get that situated. That reminds me, I've got a help ticket I need to check on after stream. They did their practice run on Twitch drops, and in order to link your Scopely ID to Twitch, they need to share the same email address. And mine don't share the same email address, so I have to try to get my Scopely ID changed over to a different email address. Like, oof. Wish we could name the ships, that way we don't do that. Yeah, having some custom naming abilities, or I think even like custom like favoriting for ships, you know, being able to prevent some of that accidental stuff. Like if we favorited a ship, make it so that it goes to the top of the ship carousel and prevent it from being scrapped until it's, you know, unfavorited or whatever. Archiving ships so they don't see them. I think having a favorite sort would be best. I feel like having something like put into cold storage and then having to retrieve it from cold storage would be weird. Yeah, Dustin, you don't always have the ability to have a empty dock though. Like if it's Monday or something, you might have everything tied up into something. Well, I don't think that they intended there to be any actual drop. I think that they were either trying to gauge participation numbers or just gauge the tech. Yeah, exactly. Put them ahead of line. Everything starred goes first, and then power goes second, or whatever your other ranking is. Because like it would be like a default ranking. Would be like favorites instead of strength. It'd be favorites, and then anything you sort by after that would just ignore the favorites. Because like. My problem is like ships like the Spear and the Dauntless, like they exist quite a ways down. Titan, Cerritos, like those are ships that I use fairly regularly. Luckily, the Discovery is almost at the end of the list. It lives down here, so I could just wipe it all the way down to the bottom, and Discovery's right there. But like some of these other ships, like Cerritos and Spear, and like some of these move quite a bit too based on doing the upgrades. Like the Excelsior, I have trouble finding the Excelsior now because it's cycled up into my G5 range. Yeah, Discovery is definitely an important enough ship. Search bar for the officers. We got that search bar for research, so I feel like the search bar for officers probably isn't too far out. I know it's a thing that's being worked on. It is a thing. It's going to happen at some point. Well, the Excelsior doesn't really help with the Orion's 50. I know it's been something that's been talked about, but the fact that we got the research one, it gives me faith that the officers one is probably close. Well, not immediately. I mean, it's still only going to be able to attack in its level, because like mine right now, for as long as I've had it, is into like the 65, 67 range. Hi Siggy, how you doing tonight? I didn't shout out Dark Tree either.
Come on, you know you want to hear it.
It's the audio track that isn't recorded.
There it goes. I knew it. Oh, he's going over.
They flipped the shovel.
Oh, it was good too.
I don't think we had anybody else come in streamer wise. Yeah, perfect. I'm content now in giving up in certain parts of the game. Ryan's is one of the things I gave up on day one. Well, I mean, you'll come around and you'll be able to do them. It's going to take a little bit for the Excelsior to catch up to be able to do that. You'll get there. You'll get there. But I mean, it helps with progression in the challenge track either way. You know what I mean? Because, like, the Excelsior part of the loop is geared to that ship level, so it does that stuff perfectly. So, like, you'll still get your progression into... Are you able to make it to tier 5 normally, 50? Or to the 5th milestone on the challenge track? Because if you are, you're probably going to be able to start getting the first epic one, at least. Even without doing the Orions. So, like, you'll start getting that extra drip coming out of it. So it'll help. I just won't be able to hit the level 68 Orions right off the bat. Speaking of which, let's go set up and do some Orions. Oh, I'm already there. I'm gonna set up for 72s. I don't remember if I tiered up the Excelsior or not. Okay, so that's still 63s. I didn't know when we had like the fake coda thing. And the game's slowly but surely breaking you. It's breaking a lot of people right now. Well, thanks for being in here, Lady Command. I hope some rest makes you feel better. 100% free to play now, no more battle passes. Yeah, I was not buying this month's battle pass at all. Not even close. Not even close to wanting to get in on this one's battle pass. Yeah, unless some things change, I won't get next month's either. I mean, I'm still gonna make my bids to win one, because you know, like, free is free, but I'm not gonna pay $20 for it. I'm not gonna pay $100 to get in on the loop right now either. You know, like the building stuff. Like, if they wouldn't have taken away like the choice rewards, and I didn't like the way that this whole academy mechanic is set up. Like, I think it probably would have been a no-brainer if it was set up better. If it wasn't so out of reach for so many people. I would definitely have went in to get that building up to level 20. But the way that they put it out of the reach of so many of the players that they have targeted for it, nah. And 3 days without necessary meds, yeah, that definitely makes a big difference. Once the body gets used to being comfortable with having the right stuff, it makes it really rough when it's not there. Even the tournaments, I didn't do them all this time, and that's the first time since I played the game that I've let them go. Well, there was a lot of ability to, or there was a lack of ability to be able to complete the tasks. I mean, that's one of the things that people in G6 and G7 have a very significant disadvantage on, is we can't do the Sentinels. We can't do the Swarm. We can't do the Voyager Hostiles. You know, like any of those specific off-faction loop grinds, they're way out of our ability to be able to complete those tasks. And like the FKR ones are fine, because most of us have the ability to punch up, but with you at 68, you're kind of at that edge where you can get up to 71, but as you start getting closer to 70, then being able to punch up even higher past that gets to be more and more difficult. I don't think the mistake was switching the speed ups. I think that was actually a warranted move. I think that it still needs to have a cap. But I think that they needed to overhaul the tasks a little bit better. The tasks themselves are a big problem. I think it's fine that they want the 10K and 20K tasks to be a premium stretch goal. But if that's the case, they need to make sure that tournament credits are available in all of the tasks. Because if you're not doing at least an 8K task, you're not making tournament credits, and that's just a bunch of bullshit. But I think they also need to make more of the grindable tasks available to be done at your ops level. Like, I think I should still be able to go out and grind hostiles and be able to contribute to tournaments. But like I said, I mean, they want me to go hit 4,000 swarm or 4,000 sentinels. No, that's not possible. It's not doable. Too much reward changes while having way too many worst case chase new and old bugs, and new reward system is too hard. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like, I think, what did they do? They changed choice rewards. They changed alliance tournaments. Was there any other restructuring things that got done? We had some other things in the past, recent past, with the whatever, emergency field rations or whatever. Choice rewards hit you the most? I mean, if everything was the same value today, it's not that big of a deal. Like, if we're not losing anything, it's not that big of a deal. But as far as like our overall gameplay, but I agree, choice is something that is extremely useful, and it allowed us to the hell? It allowed us to make decisions on how we wanted to move our game. And that was a really good thing. And I do agree that taking away that choice was not a good move. But I think as long as the rewards are there, it's not a negative, it's not an overly negative thing. The hell, how did that kill me? Oh, because I attacked instead of summoned. Content where I'm at right now, not gonna spend no more, not gonna worry about FOMO. Yeah, there's definitely no need for FOMO. I've been enjoying the game very much, just at my current pace. Just, you know, figure it out, get things done. I have 112 days on my building my operations center to get to operation 72, and I don't have a reason to accelerate that, so I'm not not interested in doing that right now. I mean, for the most part, the only thing that I can see that is different between Op 71 and Op 72 is the level of hostiles that I have to kill, and the amount of SMS points I need to gain on to complete a board. Ah, yes, the Leslie thing. That was their problem. They did too much in too short of a time period. Like, any one of those things by themselves could have been done in like a quarter and not been received too bad. But yeah, when they stacked and stacked and stacked and stacked, there's, yeah. It became too much for sure. I don't blame anybody from stepping away from the game right now. I mean, it's kind of even to the point where I was even debating what category I was going to go live in tonight. Then like there's a lot of us that are questioning. I did it again. I did it again. This thing can't handle the Orions. It can handle the normal ones fine. But I think it's good to have places like this to be able to come in and vent frustrations and come together and help us feel better about things. Moving up to 72 after testing the 72s. I'm ready for 73 dailies, but lots of building upgrades to go. Yeah, like I'm ready to hit 72s. Like I've been trying to test everything that I have, and I've moved most of my, I'm trying to move most of my dailies to doing 72s to get used to it. The last couple of upgrades that I've made have marked a really significant difference in like what I'm capable of doing. Like I'm like my next surge research done, which was Apex Barrier. And that made a very significant difference. Hey, don't attack hostiles, only summon. Gotta keep on remembering that. Mainly relying on officers, both 60 to 70% seems a bit high, and ship 20% and 10% other research methods. Breaking officers and disabling officer abilities seems like a lazy way to rebalance the officer power percentage versus ship. Well, I mean, that gets to be a little bit different with the specific captain's abilities and stuff. Because, like, the Leslie thing, that was done without a lot of thought, I think. Because, like, that captain's ability was... they broke it, so then they nerfed it. Like, it would have made way more sense for them to actually implement it in a way that mattered. I don't know. I still question the one-time thing, honestly. I very, very, very much doubt that there is a very strict hard limit on that. But they're not going to honor it if you're going to want to archive it every other month or something. But I don't know. I don't have any things. It's the first time I contacted Scopely about something and they replied back, if you're ready, we'll do it right now. Was it just a regular support ticket or was it through one of the community managers? Still just a support ticket. They were ready to do it now within 15 minutes. That's crazy. That must have some kind of a trigger. It must have some kind of a trigger to end up going to like a different group or something. Has anyone noticed that Connor and Hammy had been very quiet since midweek? Connor's been quiet for months, hasn't he? Wonder if Scopely is going to restructure Digistaff. Well, there are still two entities at play there. Because there is Star Trek Fleet Command and there is Digit, and then there's also Scopely. So, like, I don't think that there's necessarily things being shook up at Digit. But I do think at Star Trek Fleet Command, there's probably going to be not necessarily some shakeup, but there's definitely going to be some awareness going on to specific things. Well, Paramount? I'm surprised the Paramount really really tolerates some of the things that happen here, but I don't know how much attention that they actually pay to it. I mean, they have a certain level of say into the game content. I know that. I know that they have some influence because of their IP stuff.
T100.
Aloha and happy birthday, Dr. Iron Chef. I got to catch the last little bit of your stream today.
Great with setting up this segment. So, but
Don't forget, we've also got Aspie in the wings waiting. She's been heckling those cats aside. We've got Aspie as well.
okay, Ruby, I'm gonna have you leave the stage as well. Thank you for being
Off, Ruby. Come on.
Yeah, it was great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
So,
Oh, that was such a good stream. So that's going to the right spot. The world is right again. Where's the ambassador class in STFC? I don't even know what's part of the ambassador class. I don't even remember what ships those are. It gets kind of tricky because we're technically in the Kelvin line, and I don't remember if the Kelvin line hasn't technically got up to some of those ships. Oh, the sea? Well, we have there's a refit for the sea, isn't there? Wasn't that the Excelsior one, or is it Excelsior Enterprise B? Sorry, Asian boy. I haven't watched the movies a lot. I need to watch them more. I think I've seen all the movies, but I don't know everything. Wow, my brain is having a heavy fart there. Excelsior's the Enterprise B? Okay. Then we have... I don't remember. We have the NT, we have the ND, then it's the NT. We are missing the NC. Well, future content, I guess. Rachel Garrett's ship in yesterday's Enterprise.
The Sig-2-Sig asked me.
Ooh.
Ask about FPS Chesat. What the hell's a Chesat? Do you mean FPS cheat? Because if you're looking for that kind of sneaky stuff, you better be ready to face the consequences.
Asian Boy's gonna be on a bye tear. FPS chess.
Sig asked me. Ask about FPS Chesat. What the hell's a Chesat? Do you mean FPS cheat? Because if you're looking for that kind of sneaky stuff, you better be ready to face the consequences. Cheating's a surefire way to earn yourself a one-way ticket to the brig. Remember, folks, be honorable in your gaming, or Captain Janeway might just come after you with a photon torpedo.
The photon torpedo? Which music? Only Allenbro scope is honorable, so that's what that tell you. Oh, there's so many different things. Oh, I have this set backwards. Yar came back? Nice. I'm glad. That would have been a big... That was a big loss. Okay. Sorry, Asian Boy. I had the outputs flip-flopped. But it'll be right on the next one. It'll be right on the next one. Is it on cooldown still? "13 seconds." I'll play the next one, make it so you don't have to pay channel points for it. It's a new thing. You just gotta work the little bugs out. You can only test it so much offline. You can only test it so much offline. And myself. I can only test it so much myself. Being as we got some people rolling in, let's do Microscape for everybody. Appreciate y'all lurking. Hi, Omega J. I was on the boardwalk earlier and I heard Bye 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 playing. Thank you for the stream streak, Akorum. Lurked my way into a streak. Nothing wrong with that at all. Sometimes I got that with a few different channels too. It's like all of a sudden, you know, like I go in and I'm actually chatting and it has a little thing pop up. It says you're on a 7-stream streak. And I'm like, wow, I haven't like actively been here in a while, but that's cool that I've been able to keep the lurks up enough. Is the USS Athena going to be a pay-only ship or a hard-to-grind ship of a hybrid? Or both in heavy grind ship? Both paid and heavy grind ship. Well, it's definitely going to be an opportunity to pay to unlock it. There's no doubt there. I think it's going to also be a grind. I don't think any of the ships... I don't think there's anything specifically in this game, ship-wise, that's pay only. I mean, some of the skins and like the cosmetic side of things, yeah, some of that's pay only, but really that's fine. I'm okay with that. Absolutely, Omega, feel free to mention birthdays. I feel like if the Athena does not dock here, like if this isn't the Athena itself, that would be shortfall. Like if you're using the ship, this should disappear. Is there such a thing as a G7 miner? There is. There's the Aphelion. Yeah, it's been a long time since stuff hasn't been paid to accelerate. It's been a long time since anything came like first. Hope they make the Athena right. I don't know. Do we suppose the Athena will be the new class of ship they mentioned in the roadmap video? Or like the Juggernaut hostiles? The only thing I remember from the roadmap video was Juggernaut hostiles. Hi, Tin Man. Oh, Broken Wolf got it.
Let's see.
No, this is the audio test one.
Keep that rocking.
One with messed up audio still. I've gotten used to turning it down.
Let's see.
Oh no, they counted both of them. I need to put a cooldown timer on that, I guess. Okay. That one gets a little rough. Friends have lost it. A birthday celebration this weekend. He would like the Galleon keyboard that is on his throne room. It looks like a present. If you can help donate towards it, it would be greatly appreciated. Gato Galleon 100 SD Stream Deck integrated mechanical keyboard. I've seen that one. Might be a wave ship too, but who knows? I think there's a good chance that it's gonna have an ability against the whatever those, the tough ship, the one that does the 10% hyperthermic. It's probably gonna take out that 10%. It's gonna negate that 10% hyperthermic. Keyboard must just be for streamers. No, that keyboard's got some utility for anybody that does like work on their computer too, because like those buttons are basically hotkeys. Like we've had keyboards that have those hotkey buttons that you can program to carry out specific tasks. So like that's good for like workflows if you have common stuff that you're doing on your computer a lot to program stuff like that. Because like on my Stream Deck, I have a page of stuff that I use specifically for like work, or if I'm recording videos, or if I'm watching streams, or when I'm streaming. You know, like you can use Stream Deck for anything related to your computer at all. Hello, Yorg. How you doing tonight? I did yesterday, new mic. I saw that in one of the other streams, but I haven't had a chance to go back and check it out. Austin has enough money. Yeah, but a gift is still a gift. G7 miners are faction. No. The G7 miner... The Aphelions like the Selkie and the Nova, where it's a non-faction miner. I don't think they have a... Do they have a 78 miner? I don't think they had a 78 miner. Where's the ship button at? Damn it. No. Not yet. I mean, not to say that they couldn't at some point. Well, I got my shards to build an Aphelion. There's a way to post this throne room so people can just click on it. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you have the link, you can feel free to post it in here, Omega. I know what I'm doing, and it took over an hour just to put $25 down on it. Should have 3 level 78 rares. Yeah, I would expect at some point, maybe. Hi, JP, Mr. Newly affiliated Twitch streamer. Thank you, Broken Wolf. Ah, thank you for pinning that too. Hi, MJ. How's it going tonight? Wait till you build 2 Aphelions? I don't think I'm going to build 2 of them. I don't know. But rough times. Yeah, I kind of heard a little bit of that on the STFC briefings thing. Yeah, definitely take your time or whatever. Have to have a subathon dono drive thing going on. Or GoFundMe. Hey, Killer Cujos. Hi, Ellie. Out of lube again. Yeah, definitely not a good thing to be. I don't know enough about the electricity side of things to know. Be able to dish out any advice or anything like that, that's for sure. I know that if you touch the wrong two wires together, you get sparks. Or you make things dark, one of the two. They're both. Do not take advice from anybody on Twitch. This is a very serious thing. Well, I mean, unless you know that that person has the appropriate knowledge, maybe, but sounds like this is a beyond advice kind of thing. At least that kind of advice. Yeah, definitely get yourself ready. I gotta get shout outs. JP.
No,
JP got a clip.
Get around the community. I'm like a SCFC hoe.
Oh, that's the one that I made. I think that might have been one that I made. Either that or I was there for that. I know I was there for that moment.
There are. So, you know, I do the most I can, but I'm very active. I'm, you know, oh, Tin Man's gonna make me work for it. Oh shit, Tin Man. All right. Listen, I'll tell you what. I'll start hunting and get my KDR up. Okay, I'll get it up. That's what she said. Is Wrath of Butter Pecan here? Is he here clipping shit? He might be. Be careful. Be careful what you say. Make him work for every inch. You damn right, Ascendancy. Oh yeah.
Oh no. That was too far, MJ. That was too far. I'm an STFC ho. I think I am too, to be honest. I lurk in all the streams. As much as possible. I mean, even people that aren't streaming STFC, I've still got them up right now. I mean, there's many times where this computer stays on just to be able to lurk 3 streams at a time. If folks are still on when I go to bed, try to leave them a lurk. Especially the small folks. JP's timing is just off a little bit for me to be able to join too much. I saw the notification from this morning and I was like, damn, I was like right in the middle of sleep at that time. Take out the STFC. That's funny. Yeah, we'll definitely raid over to MJ tonight so we can help support him. So if anybody sees him go live, definitely let me know. get an hour and then making Mother's Day dinner. Nice. I hope everybody had a good chance to enjoy some time with the moms and mom adjacent people in their lives. Or even at least had just a good Sunday to enjoy some spring weather. Mom asked where we were taking her for dinner. Told her we have food at home. That's kind of the way that my mom is the, well, why should we go out? We can eat at home. But she was working this weekend, so I didn't get a chance to get out and see her, but I'll be going out next weekend to go celebrate with my folks. Which may work out really great for an opportunity to take an STFC break for the weekend, too. Where does this arc land up? So we still got 2 weeks. 2 more weeks of this arc, and then the next arc starts on... What does that be? The 26th? That's interesting. Best news is AT is paused. I don't know. I almost feel like it would have been better for them to approach it to just give everybody a shit ton of rerolls and just let it go again. Because we already knew, we already had one expected. We already had an opportunity to do it. And I still think the legendary rewards for finishing would have really been worth it. Like, I feel like it's more of a disservice to not have it than it is to have one that's completely broken. And I shouldn't even say it's broken, but just that is missing the right balance. Less angry players is better. But I think if they did a good enough job of just giving us a bunch of rerolls, I don't think it would have been a problem. Like, if they would have doubled the number of rerolls, I feel like that would have made enough people happy enough, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm gonna miss the ability to progress in legendary stuff. But I'm also in the minority that wasn't very dissatisfied with the Alliance tournament changes. I was actually fairly in favor of it. Needs like triple the rerolls or an auto reroll. I think it should at least reroll every day at reset. Like, I think at a minimum it should do that. I would like to see it potentially do it at 2 times a day. I think that at the daily reset and then at the event reset would be good opportunities. Or whenever, I guess it's off an hour on when Alliance tournaments happens, so like 10 a.m. Central and 10 p.m. Central, I guess, would be an acceptable time for it to auto reroll. But I think every 6 hours isn't bad. I think maybe even every hour wouldn't be bad. But if they do it every hour, they might just get rid of the rerolls completely then. If it auto rerolls to keep people from locking out tasks for ops crap I can't finish that or started something that I misread. Yeah, I misread two. Well, I misread one task on Thursday when I was streaming, and then I picked another one that I didn't have enough Armada directives to complete. Because normally I have a boatload of Armada directives, but I actually spent all of them during incursions. And all my epics, so I ended up not having any epics. So when I pulled the task for starting epic armadas, I ended up short on directives. So I ended up quite short on points this run. I might have even forgot to do tasks yesterday. I wasn't in the game very much. Oh, we can't see where we placed individually anymore? Oh. I would have liked to have seen how poorly I did, because I don't think I did. I didn't complete all my tasks, that much I do know. But again, I think that's the bigger issue with that is the hostile grind tasks aren't something that I can do for most of them that are available, so I can't do a lot of the 750 or 1500 or 2000 point tasks. And I was out of temporal disruptors, so I couldn't get those to go at all. I rolled the temporal disruptors ones really frequently, but I couldn't. I had enough to do two of them, I think. The 6,000 uncommon export credits was the one that really saved me during this AT run. But next one I should be stocked back up on temporal disruptor things. The I'm making a lot of effort in my DTI faction store to finish upgrading officers that are in there. And I got max shards on Veil now. So I can start getting those extra artifacts out of that. Hi Grey Sabers. Rerolls were an issue, but a new currency for rewards that are over a year old with unlocked times is worse than the reroll issue. Yeah, we're gonna be taking a look at the tournament store and going over all the things. Our alliance usually does really strongly. But you know, like we struggled. I think we ended up in like 7th place or something, and that's a little bit unusual for us. But you know, like the leaderboard is very tight in this for the most part. Like there's the top couple of alliances, yeah, they ran away with it pretty heavy, but you know, like between 6th and third, well, even between say 10th and 3rd, not a real significant spread on points. So I think it's really good that they've made this a little more competitive. Because right now it's more important than ever for participation. Like just having people complete the tasks really matters, because not everybody's going to be able to do the 10K tasks. So a lot of people are going to have to jump down to the 4K or the 2K or the 750 point task. Now that's going to put a extra pressure on people who are trying to finish some of the old currency things. And you know, like that makes a pretty big difference on completing those lower tasks and not getting any of the currencies for it. So that needs to be addressed for sure. And I think that's something that's been spoken very consistently. So there's a very good chance that that kind of a change is going to be implemented to even out the distribution and the tasks. Butter Pecan, my little alliance off the beats yours was less than half the members on ALBs. If it's something that the top 3 people in your alliance can grind out, you guys are going to do terrific. If it's something that's ranked on overall participation, permanent status within the stream. I have it set up so it locks at the end of every stream, and then at the beginning of every stream somebody has to unlock it, and then every time it gets redeemed it adds I don't remember how much time. It adds a little bit of time. 10 seconds? Yeah, it adds 10 seconds to it every time it runs. And then at the end of stream, it'll reset down to 3 minutes for a cooldown. I may add another points redemption to reset the timer, but I haven't decided yet. It'll probably happen. I also thought that when it runs, it might run a little bit shorter. And then every time it gets started, it increases a little bit in length of run. But I haven't decided if I want to do that yet. All the things to collect. It's always interesting on a Saturday like this. Sunday. Not Saturday, it's Sunday. Yesterday went by so fast. And I worked yesterday too. I don't usually work on Saturdays. Got my time, my internal clocks off a little bit because of that. So if I say Saturday, just know I do mean Sunday. I thought for a moment that was Pecan that redeemed bye bye bye. I mean, it wouldn't be abnormal.
Thank you for the stream. I just wanna thank you for the stream.
I don't think Butter Pecan's actually redeemed it once this stream, to be honest. Thank you for the 5-stream streak, Lostin. Thank you so much. I redeemed it once. Asian Boy redeemed it a couple of times. 50 unlocked it initially. Khan's probably busy. It's been on timeout. Oh, you just haven't caught the time quite right. Hi. Where's Riker? Where's Riker? TTS limit's been hit. He outkilled my TTS limit.
Here's a thought for Wrath of Butter Pecan. Wrath of Butter Pecan, the drama unfolds like a soap opera with bunny ears. Lostin probably lied because the truth was juicier buried. Maybe G5 scrapping hits harder than a carrot withdrawal. As for the class action, I'd say it's about as likely as me giving up my twitchy nose, possible but messy. Keep those claws ready, G6 scrapping forever. Carrot rabbit.
Carrot rabbit. Well, I mean, there's just a limit. There's 177 total characters remaining on my Tangia pass. What do we need? So if we use 1,000 bits worth of Tangia, we can get another 6,000 characters of TTS. Well, 940 bits. Otherwise, yeah, TTS is gonna have to be through BunnyBot. I'm at Tangia level 4. And then every level unlocks more TTS characters. You guys just need to put some money up and then we keep on doing it. More expensive for channel biddies. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to increase the costs on those a little bit to keep that in check. I was after looking to see what their Tangia pass pricing is. We've come close a couple of times to hitting the limit. We've never actually hit the hard limit on it before, though. I have my vertical scene set up to be able to do it, kind of like Candy got invited to be able to try out the vertical streaming option. I set one up, couple hit Thigh Master in here and done. This is true. But I set up a vertical thing. I signed up for the beta program. Must have been about 6 weeks ago. And so I got the vertical scene set up to be able to turn it on if it ever goes. And I was just watching Deadpool dancing across it. Might retire the Thigh Master thing? Oh no. That one didn't really catch on, to be honest. That didn't have the same thing as the crabs. I did do a thing.
Thank you for the stream streak. I just want to thank you for the stream streak.
The crabs thing did stuck. I did actually come out with a crab, with some crab merch. I haven't seen this one yet. I have to order a sample yet to see what it looks like. I couldn't help myself. Like, that was too good of an opportunity to pass up. Gotta make sure he sees that for sure. Yeah, I thought about doing a discount thing, like if we have like 3 crab raves or something like that, I might do like a 5% discount or something. Probably even figure out like what the number of crab raves needed to be able to give away like a coffee mug. There's probably, I don't even know what the price is on the crab rave. It'll have to be like, have to be a lot of them. That's pretty cheap. That's only 100 bits. That'd have to be a lot of them. Yeah, if I get a couple more pieces, I got a couple of ideas. Got a couple more ideas in the wings to get some more merch out there. And then got enough to be able to start doing like the hype train giveaway thing. Got a couple of shirts. I think it's just the one sweatshirt right now. Couple stickers, coffee mugs, travel mugs. What do we have for events? I haven't even looked at these. So this is just the typical spend currencies, spend materials, get officer thing. Multiphasics, advanced curriculum. This is doing dual solo waves, but those don't really interest me, to be honest. I'm not extremely interested in these solo waves. The Venari Raw, that's the one that I was thinking that there's a good chance that the Athena is going to have the ability to mitigate. If it's going to be a wave ship, I see it being for that hostile. This is also spending. Let's see, we had killing Federation, now we have killing any Klingon. I'm gonna swap that over to go with the Dauntless and just get that knocked out because I'm pursuing Klingon and I don't want to hit high level hostiles. So we'll target that in the one of the 20 systems here. Perfect, 20 has Klingon. Keep the rep down. Because there's there's nothing worse than taking a hit on rep when you're trying to grind it out. Alright, so that was the combat simulation. We have Cold Directive, which is to kill Breen. More dual wave things. ALB, SLB. Not even interested. I don't mind doing the Academy drones, but I'm not really interested in dual waves. Anomalous phenomena, so we just gotta do some jumping around. NSEA. Didn't join that one either. Let's see. Already completed Pinnacle Power. Sweet, there's no real heavy requirements today. It's all about just making sure the refinery gets fed more than anything. Thank goodness Alliance tournaments ended. Yeah, it was getting tough to be able to do tasks. I ended up with probably 0 refreshes though, because my refreshes came up really late. So I didn't get an opportunity to dash some for next time.
Hello there.
Well, thank you for the follow. Where's Kaboom Wally? Welcome on in. I kind of wish that they would show you your legendary currency that you have at the top. Because that would be slightly useful to know. Slightly useful to know when planning stuff out. I think I'm going to make some obvious choices here. I still have a decent amount of currency left over from prior runs. But I'm going to grab like my cultivated mycelium, my premium mirror dust. Oh, what's another one? Probably outpost directives. Retro with that 30 stream streak. Thank you so much. Yeah, I can't believe on first go I was able to see the regular currency. Like that's amazing. And it was on video too, so like there's proof that it happened. I know a lot of people have been saying like to stay away from rep or whatever, but 39 billion is a little tempting. If there was a zero behind that, I would do it. There's always obvious choices. Like if you still need to finish up premium mirror dust, like you do the mirror dust. I think for the most part, it's worth only getting things that you want to get. Because like I was going back and getting skins for things that I don't need just to spend some of the currency. But where it's at now, I'm not always doing 10k tasks. So I'm not always getting event store or getting AT store currency. So like I'm probably gonna save everything and only get things that aid my progression in my game. So I'm gonna always get cultivated mycelium. I'm always gonna get the mirror universe dust. Like that's stuff that's very important to my gameplay. Like the solo outpost strike directives have been something that I normally get. But like this go, I might skip those because I feel like I'm maintaining that fine. I'm getting emblems of honor because my war room needs help. Like that's a definite grab for me. That's going for my level 26 account and my level 71 account. But I'm not going to key in on any of the officers here because all the officers have acceptable sourcing outside of this. Like if I was at 958 out of 960, sure, I might grab one just for shits and giggles. Vale, I mean, I'm close. I'm not going to spend the legendary stuff on her. But if she was regular credits, maybe. Trans warp manifold. I don't think that's necessarily important. And I have all of the artifacts out of here. But I think most of the artifacts would probably have good sourcing in the transition refinery, so they might be stuff that's easy to skip here too. I mean, ship parts for the Vindicator, maybe not a bad idea. I'm feeling like there's not going to be much of anything that really grabs my attention outside of that. Now, the legendary stuff is going to be a Oh, we paused the... Oh no, we paused the...
Here's a thought for Tinman Trek.
Edgy of the crabs.
Oh, Tinman Trek. Random thoughts are like sneaky bunnies hopping through your brain. 1 minute you're pondering why socks disappear in the dryer. Next you're imagining a carrot-powered spaceship zooming past. Life's chaos served with a side of confusion and a wink. Stay weird, stay wild, and watch out for those rogue thoughts. They bite.
They
Rabbit
bite.
face sparkles.
I mean, I think that's probably... It sounded like it started back over from the very beginning, so that's not too big of a deal. My goal is to try to make it so they don't step on each other. Because them playing at the same time, I feel like neither one of them has a good experience. It's not a good experience for either one of them. I'm trying to get them to go like one at a time-ish. There's a lot of new prime particles in here for the legendary stuff. I haven't really looked at that yet. Like for me, this V'ger filament might be... That might be a good priority. But here. I never remember where any of these things are. I don't know if that would have. Okay, let's box club it. Resource allocation, V'ger, filament. That's Prime Vengeance parts, that's in the station tree. That's 1,000 per level. And I think I have enough to be able to get 2, so 200. So it'll take 5 store runs to unlock that. That's not bad. I mean, primes for free is never bad. Temporal disruption. I don't know what that one is. That gets you prime temporal disruption, which increases the base amount of temporal disruptors received from the daily claim in the export faction store by 300%. That seems extremely unnecessary. Prime wartime morale. I think that just gets you morale things. PvP. Increases base isolytic damage by 20% while your ship has morale. That takes 1,500. That'll take 4 store runs. The V'ger particle. It'd be nice if it didn't refresh like that. The V'ger particle and V'ger prime particle. Hull breach resilience particle. There's a lot of particles. Holy crap. Hello again, Omega J. Prime weapon strain. What the hell is even the Tanru? Is that a prototype Forbidden Tech? Got some things figured out. Yes, you could announce a birthday again. I only did it like 2 hours ago. Or an hour ago. I don't think I'm going to focus on any of the artifacts. I feel like artifact sourcing is like fine. I think the filament is probably the biggest thing. But I also question if it's worth hanging on to this legendary currency. Because you never know if they're going to make some major improvements. You did pretty well. I word things differently. I don't think I'd word things any differently than that. That's an expensive keyboard. No wonder it's getting crowdfunded. Corporate shell. Yeah, Omega is definitely on the party planning committee, and you can see what task Omega J got assigned to. Pulled the Dolomite and the Tanru. I feel like Dolomite stuff is like, don't we already get a bunch of Dolomite? Or is that different? I saw it when I was looking through. Do they have... No, they don't have all the stuff at the bottom. I did see it, though. There's so many different... Oh, and then it reset. I've been good so far. I haven't made any accidental choices. Or any unintentional choices in the store here. Still haven't maxed it out in the combat tree. I don't think I've hardly spent any of them, to be honest. Like, I have 1,350 prime dolomite particles on hand. And I've done 0 of the researches that require it. No, I take that back. I've done some of the researches. I haven't done the Defiant one. I haven't done the Exborg faction one. I did all these. Oh, let's see. I haven't done cost efficiency one. That's Fuchsia. Synthetic Nitrium, Blade of Armor, Plasma Conduits, Titan A parts. Those are all ships that I'm done with. Fleet Refinery. Like, the Fleet Refinery one probably wouldn't be too bad. 150 uncommon, 50 rare, 50 epic commander credits. That one probably wouldn't be too bad. But I think I've just been saving in case they come out with another research that makes a bigger impact. Surprised it has it, and let's see where we go back. The white swinging changes from 2 out of 2 STFC missions, teal time, even ways earned, and well, I can't even understand that, Dustin. That's bad. Usually I can read between the lines, but I can't even read that one. You think PvP is gonna come back, Tin Man? Oh, I don't think it has a chance of really coming back. I don't think it really has a chance. Thank you for the raw rally. I don't think it really has a chance of coming back. There's too much disparity in power, and it's all based on who spent the most amount of money is gonna win in 99% of the scenarios. Like, I don't think PvP is ever gonna be a real thing. Don't let True Green Tea. How you doing tonight? PvP with old ship, Reliant versus Reliant. Yeah. Even like when we were doing like the disco battles and like Rialta battles and stuff, like there was a lot of background research and officers that were making a really big difference. And at that point in time, like the spend on the officers was really, really key. Like if you had somebody that spent money either on the packs that unlock the officers or competing in those leaderboards, like a lot of those battles were one-sided very, very, very heavily still. I mean, ever since they introduced isolytic damage into this game, it's completely killed PvP. I was okay with isolytic damage, but as soon as they introduced isolytic defense, I was like, okay, not even gonna put any money into this anymore, because I see this as an endless loop of stacking things on top of each other. you know, an offensive item, defensive item, offensive item, defensive item, offensive item, defensive item. And that doesn't... It doesn't make me feel good when any prior spend that I have gets completely negated by a little bit of spend for a new thing. Heavier and lighter at the same time. Took wife and my mom out to Chinese buffet. Heavier and then took wife shopping. Wallet lighter. That's a good way to burn off a Chinese buffet, though. Like getting out and going to like a shopping mall and walking around and you like doing some things, or into a store and walking around, like good way to work off some of the extra calories and stuff that come in on the carbs. Brain. I gotta do brain. I think I'm gonna hang on to the legendary currency though. Like there's nothing that gives me an immediate victory today. And I have a sinking suspicion that it's gonna be worth more in the next store run than it is currently. I feel like a lot of people think that they missed the mark with what's in the store. I think there's gonna be adjustments for that. I tried shaving my head and face using the camera on computer. That's funny, left and right here. But you can flip it, because like this camera angle that I have is mirrored. So like it works like a mirror. So like when I put up my left hand, you know, like it's the same perception I would have if I was in front of a mirror. You know, like that makes things really, really, really easy to perceive. Like when you're trying to point things, like it's easier to point things when you think that you're pointing to stuff on a mirror than it is like when the camera's righted. Like it works really good if you don't have either things in a background that have writing on them or shirts that have words on them. And you'll find like a lot of streamers that have like signs in the background. Like a lot of those signs are actually mirrored. They're made in reverse so that when the camera is mirrored, that they show up normal. I need to figure that out. It's a button somewhere. Yeah, if you're in OBS, you right click on the source, the camera source. There should be a flip horizontal, I believe is the thing. Very, very, very easy to do. I mean, there's other shenanigans that you can do too with the with different filters and stuff, I guess. That's just the way that I know how to do it off the top of my head. Because like I've got the same camera set up, you know, basically in a left facing way and a right facing way. But I kind of settled on having things in on this one specific scene. I think I just still need to make a specific scene for like the full-sized game. Just in case I get into a game that's a little more a little more immersive. And I want to have it take up 100% of the real estate and maybe even just have my camera hidden behind it. Those are future plans. Max Reliant is bigger than even my cube. Wish I could use it like a regular ship. Yeah, it's kind of an unfortunate thing. Some of those ships don't have a lot of utility outside of their loops. Especially if you're at certain ops ranges, they don't always give you a lot of ability. Some of them work really well outside. What are you chewing for? First time avoided Alliance tournaments entirely. I didn't. I participated as much as I could. I was kind of hit or miss in the game this week, so I missed a few, being able to complete a few of them. IRL was a little busy today. GS31 is almost the perfect jack of all trade ship, not master of mining or battleship. I agree. GS31 helps with so many things in this game. And it's relevant even to me at 71. I mean, like, what else can you ask for a ship that can grow with you across 3 generations? Skipped day 1 of Alliance tournaments, really wasn't into it, did what I could the other days. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what everybody's approach needs to be. Just do a task. Complete a task. Get the task done. You know, don't fret over what you can't control. But they're going to make some changes, and changes will be good. Because they made a very, very, very strong statement about how they missed the mark, and they're going to do a much better job of going back and trying to make an attempt at getting things righted. And I think that there's probably a really strong chance that there's going to be a I hope that they're going to leverage their CC community that they have now. You know, like, with the way that they've been expanding the CC program, they have a lot more people, a lot more perspectives than they've ever had really easy access to in a closed and safe space. And I really hope that they're going to start taking advantage of those people, and in a positive way. Taking advantage of the opinions of those people, and I really hope that the CCs are going to help make impactful changes and really help to steer the direction in a positive way, because I don't think that there's more capable people of helping this game right itself than their CCs, because, you know, like, we're interacting with the community on a daily basis, and a lot of people are comfortable coming to us and talking through some of their challenges and stuff in an enlightening way. You know, it's not just people on Discord raising the pitchforks and you know, causing a riot. You know, like people coming into streams like this really have an opportunity to share their feelings in a way that can bring change to this game. And I really hope that Gopley is going to leverage their community of content creators that they're working on embracing in a way that really helps make impactful changes. They have an opportunity like no other that they've ever had to really get the voice of the player engaged into the right areas of the team. And I truly hope they take advantage of that. If they don't, that's going to be one of the biggest misses that they've ever made as a company. All right, we're walking into ads. I'm going to take a short break. After the break, we will get some marbles going. If I find the right button. Are you sick of it? I do have to reconfigure that one though. Because that one is set up for not auto clearing the queue. We can skip the rewards queue with that one since that is managed outside. Why does that not go away? Green tea, thank you for giving me a sub to the Ice Wolf. I didn't even see that before. It must have been when I was streaming. Or right as I was getting ready to stream. Thank you for the follow, Game Life 1. Alright, I gotta do like 4 more green first. I forgot that I came up just a little bit short. Not bad. I'm getting really close to being able to finish these on one haul. Probably just like a little bit of a crew adjustment or something just to tweak it just a little bit, but it's been so close. It's like, don't worry about it. All right, that's done. Sweet. That's all good. That's all set. Let's get marbles going. I think we still have drops going, so I'm going to change categories over to marbles on stream. All right, we're gonna switch over to a little bit hyper soundtrack. Maybe a little bit more sounds. Up tempo. Improved spirit. Actually, I was gonna look real quick. I was gonna see how much the Marble Season bundles were because I might give one of those away on my stream tonight. All right, I'm gonna give away a Marble Fest Season 68 bundle at the end of this Grand Prix. So Marbles runs in seasons. This season runs through March or May 11th, I believe it was. I had it on the load screen. I believe it runs through May 11th. So tomorrow is the season wind down, and then it goes into a short break, I think. Then it starts on season 69. So once that happens, then there'll be some new marble skins introduced for celebrating season 69, and yeah, it'll be some good fun. We're gonna start things off. We're gonna do a royale just to get things kicked off first. This isn't gonna count towards progress. Oh, let's see. Won't count towards the season bundle, but we will definitely have some fun with this one. Exclamation point play to get in on the Battle Royale. Just for fun, for season points. All the good stuff. And I'm gonna hit the start button here. We have 1 minute to get in on the race. Exclamation point play. I don't even remember what this one's all about. We're at the Butter Pecan. You passed me up in the leaderboard. Oh, there's like trucks. That's a train. I don't know if I've ever actually played on this battleground before. All right, 30 seconds, exclamation point play to get in on the Battle Royale. All right, 5 seconds.
We got a top 10 situation.
Yeah, we went to a top 10 situation really fast. That was a one-on-one battle. Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. If it only ends up being the two of us for the Grand Prix, then yeah, that's gonna be an easy win. Why am I running away like a little bitch? Oh, I got a gun. I got a gun. You have the 3D glasses on? You do have the 3D glasses on. Marv's still just standing there? Okay. I always get a little bit questionable when I see like giant things like that up there. Ooh, Rathaboard Pecan picked up a gun. Now we're both having a gunfight. Ooh, another drop.
Have a winner.
Oh, I won this one. 4 points. All right, let's kick off this Grand Prix. I think I'm gonna... How long would it take 16? I want to go for about a half an hour more. Let's do 10 maps. Yeah. 15% in elimination. All right. See what we get. Studded ice tire. Okay, I wasn't 100% certain which trail that was. Exclamation point play to get your marble on the track. All right, 69 seconds to get in on the race. Exclamation point play. Scottish Staz, welcome on in. Jorg, welcome on in. Exclamation point play. Got a few more contenders now. We're gonna be playing for a season 68 marbles bundle. Butterpecan. I know I was starting to get to the point if I needed to ping out on Discord. All right, 23 seconds to get on the race. Exclamation point play. It's like a pretty straightforward track. Need the 9th layer. I know it's kind of tempting. It's like this one. I'm like, should I take this one if I win? If I get first place, if I get podium? No, I can't do that. I can't do that. But I wouldn't mind having an extra layer too. I'll be playing tomorrow for sure. I will be playing tomorrow. I hopefully can snag another one. And there are some other streamers that, you know, like, they will give away the bundles in their streams too. Not just the Marble Fest hosts. Looks like Cottontail's gonna be through the whole first. Leading the way, being a pioneer. Clearing the way for everybody else. Making sure it's clear at least. This isn't as bad as like the lube track. Ooh, Scottish Staz with the pass. Jorg with the pass. Boost. I need to get a command set up for that one. I need to make that into a chat command. All right, Scottish Staz still in the lead, followed by Jorg. Bypassing the first obstacle. Getting interrupted by the second. Jorg with a clean race through. Jorg taking a substantial lead over Scottish Staz. Cottontails in last. Butterpecans in third. Making great progress. Jorg is going past all of the obstacles. Avoiding every single instance of any kind of impedance put in front of them. Commanding lead. Commanding lead. Oh. Swap with Butterpecan and Jorg. That was not intended. Butterpecan took the lead. I was hoping that was just going to be a boost. Butterpecan getting held up, giving an opportunity for Jorg and Scottish Staz to possibly catch up. Ready to die any second. I don't think there's going to be any deaths on this one. This one doesn't look too bad. All right, Butterpecan still getting stuck. Scottish Staz making a little bit of room. Catching up. Jorg's catching up as well. Now the top three are in really close competition. But it looks like Butterpecan's going to come through with it. Jorg gets second, or is it going to be Scottish Staz? It's going to be Scottish Staz was second. Jorg's fighting for third, just has to get clear of the paddle. Jorg's clear in third. Now Cottontail just needs to finish.
This is the future.
Cottontail is not... Cottontail looks drunk today. My marble needs to go home and take a nap the way it looks. All right, winner's Butterpecan. Next map. Next map, we're going to the dojo. I forgot about that. I added in the my stats. I forgot about that. Exclamation point play to get in on the race. Exclamation point play. Yeah, so now I'll post the results in there. Welcome in, Maria. Maria selecting the pickleball. All right, 35 seconds, exclamation point play to get in on the track. And this is the same ball that comes out in the drops that are available right now. This is the Pixel by Pixel Studios ball. So allegedly, if you get to a magic number of layers, your ball can actually look like that. Don't know what the magic number is for sure, but it's more than 9. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's drop. So far, Scottish Stabs are the first one to go down. Pretty tight between Scottish Stash, Cottontail, and Maria. But Scottish Stash has... Ooh, no, Cottontail sneaks through first. Tight race between the top 3. You just have to hit a little bit of the balls so that you... Or the dingle so you don't end up bouncing off the track. Like Scottish Stash and Butter Pecan did. Now Jorg's in first. Cottontail's in second. Maria in third. Oh, I don't remember what the magic spot is here. The throw of Pluto. But Jorg is going through, so we're gonna pop one just to see. Going for Jorg. Ooh, no grav. Needs to land in. Oh. I was hoping the no grav was going to push over. The new visitor trying to stream to see how it goes. Well, I appreciate that, Maria. I'm not 100% in the marbles category, but I do like to play it on occasion. So the race is between Maria and Cottontail, and Maria is stuck in the dingles. Oh no. You could have benefited from a restart. So everything resides on me to finish. I feel guilty when I'm the only one that can finish a race like this one. Now we just have to wait for the wall of flame, the wall of fire. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Getting caught up on the dingles like that is no bueno. I boost to get unstuck. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. We'll do better on the next one. Okay, Killer makes this one feel like it's not that bad. That happened the other day. Yeah. Asia Boy, you got stuck on like 2 of them in one stream, didn't you? All right, exclamation point play to get in on the race. We got 67 seconds to get in. My bad luck, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we all have them days, like, when it comes to, like, these paddle areas, I don't know if this one has one, but, like, where they have the rotating paddles, like, I get caught up and hung up in those so bad all the time. My marble does not do well in those obstacles. The blenders, the tumblers, I usually don't do great on those ones either. I know it's not really probably a thing, but it really, really, really is. When I see maps that have those, I know that I don't have that good of a chance to win. All right, 23 seconds to get in on the race. Exclamation point play. This was a Marble Fest 68 track. Is that a crab? That looks like a crab. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let them drop. And it looks like York is going to be positioned for the first area. No, Asian boy. Asian boy is going to hit the bottom first. Shouldn't be too stuck on this one. All right, Asian boy with a clean drop to the bottom. Asian boy and Wrath of Butter Pecan jockeying for first position. Looks like Asian boy is going to come through with it. Tight race, but for first going on between Asian boy and Wrath of Butter Pecan. Wrath of Butter Pecan's bypassing the speed bumps. Asian boy in a close second, followed by Cottontail, Jorg, Maria, and Scottish Staz. Ooh, I thought Asian boy was going to go through that one. Wrath of Butter Pecan hanging on to first place through the first turns here. Let's see. Cottontail's in third. Scottish Stash is in fourth. Jorg in fifth. Maria is in sixth. Wrath of Butter Pecan in... Oh no. Wrath of Butter Pecan got popped up by the pegs. Land back on the track. No. Just missed it. Butter Pecan is out. Scottish Staz is in... Where are we at? Where's Asian boy? Oh, I caught up to Asian boy. Asian boy's in first. Followed by me. Scottish Staz is in third. Jorg in fourth. Maria in... Well, Maria passed Jorg for fourth. Jorg is now in fifth. Asian boys... Ooh, Asian boy got popped up. Off the track. Scottish Staz made a big pass into first past Cottontail. Maria's now in third, Jorg in fourth. Scottish Staz went through those peg fields with 0 delay. They must have all been down, or Scottish Staz bypassed them completely. Significant lead, significant lead. All right, Scottish Staz ready to drop down the shark's throat. Round and round we go. Okay, maybe not. Cottontail just goes straight down. That was like a come from behind victory. Scottish Staz spent too much time in the mouth. Cottontail with first. Maria was second. Scottish Staz with third. Jorg's in fourth. Just working the way down the esophagus. And finish in fourth place. GG's. That was chaos. Maria, that was a good cover behind. All right, exclamation point play, 65 seconds to get in on the race. Oh, that's is that a demon face on the backside of this, or is that just devil horns on top of something? Is there a face back here? That would have been too awesome if they put a face on the backside of it. All right, we got 38 seconds, exclamation point play to get in on the race. Hi, Blue Meanie. Hello, Iron Fister. Welcome on in. Exclamation point play. You got 8 more seconds to get in on the race. Yeah, it is more of a shadow than anything. All right, through the first obstacle here. Looks like Asian Boy is going to come out on top, followed by Jorg. Third is Maria. Fourth is Cottontail. Fifth is Iron Fister. Blue Meanie makes a good run past the paddles. And into the... I don't know if I want to call this a colander. It's more of a colander than a funnel. Blue Meanie's got a significant head start over everybody else. Wrath of Butter Pecan in a close second spot. Who drops down the hole first? Ooh, Wrath of Butter Pecan passing to get first place. Looking for a little bit of retribution after getting knocked out of the last race. Ooh, hits the backward paddles or the backward speed ups. Blue Meanie takes the lead back from Butter Pecan. These tunnels suck. Ooh. Butter Pecan times that. Oh no, who? I fell off the track. Cottontail's dead. Y'all are lucky now. No competition from Cottontail. Alright, Blue Meanie hits the next obstacle. Just has to fall down the hole. Does not take the easy route. Goes around the outside. Butter Pecan still in second place. But Blue Meanie's got a pretty good lead. Lot of racetrack left, though. Lot of racetrack left. And every course that can be taken is a little bit different. All right, Blue Meanie is slowly falling down the corkscrew. Butter Pecan misses the next obstacle and falls off the track. Scottish Staz in second place. Does he miss it too? No, he hits it just right, but falls off. Blue Meanie off the... Blue Meanie is still on the track. Maria's still on the track, makes it through the obstacles where everybody else has died. It's down to Blue Meanie, Maria, and Jorg. Clean finish, did not fall off the track. Looks like Maria's got a pretty good advantage. It's got a very significant lead over Jorg. Jorg fell to his death. Blue Meanie is still coming down the track. Take a look at Blue Meanie. Blue Meanie runs through. It's just a matter who gets washed out first. Blue Meanie and Maria right on top of each other. Maria gets through. Just has to make it through this paddle and fall into the bucket. Ooh, swept around. All right, who's going to make it through? Who's going to make it through? Blue Meanie gets pushed backwards. Is Blue Meanie going to get washed out? Blue Meanie gets washed out. Blue Meanie takes it, first place. And Maria gets out of the spinner and comes in for a finish, second place. There was a potential for no winner. That was a really interesting one. I didn't think we were going to have that many DNFs. Good job. Now we're on to the funnel. That was a very good race. I like that one. All right, exclamation point play to get in on the race. One minute to get your balls on the track. This one could be pretty fun, yes. I like this one. Like, I always think like the race is almost over, and then everything falls into like this little basket, and a lot of people spin in here for a little bit longer than they need to, and yeah, it just takes them. It really sets people apart. It's a lot trickier of an obstacle than it would be in a lot of places. Hey, what's this? Press B. Oh. I guess I will take the advice of the track builders and press B. This is like cinematic mode. I never noticed that before. All right, round and round we go. See who drops in the hole. Ooh, looks like it's gonna be Cottontail first. It's a normal camera mode. I'm not familiar with this camera mode. All right, Yorg is up in second place, coming up, trying to catch up to Cottontail. Followed shortly behind by Scottish Stash, Asian Boy, Wrath of Butter Pecan, and Maria. It's okay. It's a decent camera mode. It's like snapping to the ball that's in first. It's a little more interesting. I'm gonna have to try that one again because I don't remember if that's one of the normal. That is the auto cam. Okay. I'm gonna have to remember that one for some tracks. I think I've tried it before, but it didn't work the way that I expected it to. All right, looks like Yorg is now in first. But once again, round and round we go. Let's see who drops down that hole. Apparently, I'm the master of finding my way through the hole today. All right, so first place we've got Cottontail. Second place is Yorg. Third is Scottish Stash. Fourth is Maria, followed by Asian Boy and Wrath of Butter Pecan. All right, Cottontail and Yorg taking different routes. It's going to be a tight finish. Yorg gets it. Cottontail second, Scottish Stash third. We all were tight race that time. We had Yorg first, Cottontail second, Scottish Stash third, Maria fourth, and Asian Boy fifth. Wrath of Butter Pecan coming in sixth. That was a very tight one. You finished though. You finished. I mean, you gotta be grateful for that one. Totally Quirky Galaxy is the name of this course. Exclamation point play to get in on the race. 65 seconds. Oh, this is all the planets. This is more than all the planets. No. There's two suns. Never seen this track. That looks like a nighttime version of Earth. Yeah, that's like the Iberian Peninsula in Africa. I like it when they do really interesting things like that. Like there's Japan. And you can see like the light side of the Earth. Is that the moon? That looks like Mars. Jupiter. I'm getting mesmerized by the planets. In 5 seconds, exclamation point play to get your marble in the race. Getting sidetracked by all the planets. I like the watery effect of the track surface too. All right, Maria is currently in first, followed by Scottish Stash, Asian Boy, and Blue Meanie. Very early, and we have a lot of twists and turns to go around today. What does the cinematic mode do? So the cinematic mode is going to jump back and forth because of all the twists and turns. I kind of want to feel like that's going to be too dizzying. All the twists and turns are going to be distracting in this one, I think. All right, let's see if we can bump off this track and land on one of the lower races. Should have kicked this off earlier, but... All right, so just a swap between Asian Boy and Blue Meanie. Maria's still hanging on to first. So far, there's nothing looking to be too game changing here. No tough obstacles have been hit. Everybody's just falling in line. Very, very, very tight race here. Scottish Stash is picking up the pace a little bit. Rhea gets out of the tunnel cleanly. Makes up a little bit of ground back. Let's see. Blue Meanie's up to second. Wrath of Butter Pecan's up to third. Maria gets through this one cleanly as well. I know sometimes you can get hung up on the top of those. Blue Meanie passes for first. Maria back to second. Cottontail's in third. So we're shuffling. We're making a little bit of changes here and there. Maria's looking to take back first, though. Blue Meanie holds on to it. A little bit of a jump there. Blue Meanie gets first place. Maria second. Butter Pecan third. Asian Boy fourth. Cottontail fifth. Scottish Stash sixth. Jorgen seventh. That was a nice tight race, though. We were all within 7 seconds of each other. Yeah, GG's. That was a good one. All right, next race. Exclamation point play to get in on the track. Oh, the Eye of the Storm. This one's a rough one. I'm going to pop that Pluto right now. All right, so we got 50 seconds to get in on the race with an exclamation point play. And our biggest thing is we have to make it through the hole without hitting any of the debris. It can be a tough ask some days. But this is a very, very, very neat track. All right, 20 seconds, exclamation point play to get in on the race. Looks like York holds the channel record here. See if we can beat that. I don't know how many times we've raced here. I didn't look at that one. All right, once again, round and round we go. Let's see who goes down that hole. Scottish Staz got dingled, which was not an advantage. Some days the dingle can be an advantage here. Looks like Maria is leading the pack out of the funnel. Followed by Wrath of Butter Pecan and Scottish Staz. Wrath of Butter Pecan passing. Got held up. Maria comes out back in first. Through the tunnel cleanly. Still holding on to that first position. All right, Maria down into the next funnel. We can hear the eye of the storm. Got a Staz coming out in first. Followed closely by Maria. Got a Staz, here we go. Makes it cleanly through the hole. Maria gets held up in the eye of the storm. Maria gets held up in the storm. Can she make it through? Makes it through. Butter Pecan died. Once again. Got a Staz with the win. Blue Meanie in second. Maria's in third. Passes Blue Meanie to come up with second. Oops, wrong button. Maria's in the paddles. Looks like Blue Meanie might be able to go through first. Blue Meanie's gonna probably get second. Then Maria's coming down the ramp. You finish in third. GG's. Enjoy your Mother's Day stuff, Jason V-neck. Thank you for being here. All right, got a Staz in first. Blue Meanie second. Maria third. Next map. Can't have 3/4 of the races. It's not hard to do. It's not hard to do at all. All right, exclamation point play to get in on the race. Ooh, this is a trippy one. All right, 50 seconds, exclamation point play. Let's take a look at this track a little bit. There's many paths to go down. This is a long track. Cat Darko has the world record here with 1:05. This track looks really long to be only a minute, though. There must be a secret path. All right, 10 seconds to get in on the race. Exclamation point play. I don't even know where we're going. We drop down? We just go down the ramp? Just go down the ramp. All right, looks like Cottontail goes through first. And we're running a portal game. It's hard to say which portals are going to be the good portals, but everybody's doing their own thing at this point. I can't see where we are. I don't even see any other names right now. There we go. Kind of a tight race, possibly. It's hard to even tell, but there's so many different pathways in this track that I think that it's anybody's race at this point. It looks like Cottontail's still in first. Maria's looking to be in second. Asian Boy third. Yorg in fourth. Scottish Staz in fifth. Wrath of Water Pecan's looking to be in sixth. But I have a feeling there's going to be something that changes this very much. Maybe not. There's the finish. Maria coming in second. York third. Water Pecan coming in fourth. Scottish Staz came in fifth. Asian Boy coming in sixth. GG's. The Raging Pin. All right, exclamation point play to get in on the map. 65 seconds to get in. Oh, this one. Asian boy, this is the one that you always have problems with too. This was random. I'm not choosing these ones on purpose. Well, but I think this is usually not like a fall off the track DNF. I think this is just usually a get stuck DNF. I think those are those better or are those worse? Like in my head, stuck feels better. Yeah, it is worse, isn't it? Yeah. At first I was like, stuck would be way better than dying, but no, dying is a lack of control at least. All right, exclamation point, play 10 seconds. No tilt. Don't tempt me to run tilts next. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let him drop. And let's see, Scottish Stabs comes out first. Oh, off the track. Maria coming up to first by death. Omega J. Cottontail. Omega J is making great progress through the paddles. Everybody else getting held up. Go Omega J. Here we go. Maria's coming past. Just hanging out here. Both of them just hanging out here. This race for vengeance? Nope, we're doing a Grand Prix for Marble Fest. Marble Fest bundle. All right, Maria gets popped off the edge by the pegs. Omega gets popped off the edge by the pegs. That puts Jorg in first place. Just gotta make it past all of these dangerous pegs. All right, I believe that is the last of the pegs. Asian boy is currently in second. Wrath of Butter Pecan's in third. Everybody else has died so far. I don't think we usually have that many deaths on this track normally. All right, Jorg, you just got to get popped up. This time you want to get popped up. Come on, Jorg. There you go. You don't want to get knocked off though. All right, Asian boy, it's up to you now. Come on, Asian boy, it's up to you now. You just have to go inside just a little bit more. Maybe you'll get lucky and Butter Pecan will knock you in. Butter Pecan's still struggling. You're on this perfect track. I don't know how you always find this track. Where it doesn't wiggle you out, it doesn't wiggle you in. Just perfectly circumference. Ooh, you got edged. That moved you. That's positive. That's advancing you. Come on, Asian boy, there you go. First place. Wrath of Butter Pecan getting launched off. Heading down towards the funnel's hole. Just has to stay on the ramp. Butter Pecan takes second. That was a little bit rough, more rough than these ones usually are. Like that track is usually not that bad. All right, last race of this Grand Prix. Exclamation point play to get in on the race. Winner of the Grand Prix will be winning a Marble Fest 68 season bundle that includes a Marble Fest 68 layer, 100 marble money, and 30 tournament coins. Hi, Chance. Welcome on in. All right, 35 seconds, exclamation point play to get in on the race. Ooh, this is another game of portals. This will be an interesting map because you're never going to know where you're going to be. All right, 5 seconds, exclamation point play to get in. Maria, you made it just in time. Mega, I might have picked you to win. I don't know. Ooh, Asian boy got out. Very tight field, though. Everybody tied together here. The ball's knocking around. It's going to be a little tight. Okay, Maria goes up to first. Going to be a lot of position jockeying when we get through these corners. Omega back up to first place. This is harder with the order. All right, Omega hanging on to first place. Maria in a close second, followed by Jorg in third. All right, Maria passes. Omega got held up there. The whole field just shuffled around. Asian boy is passing Maria for first place. Asian boy coming out of that little S curve in first. Very close match with Iron Fister and Maria right behind. All jockeying for first place in the top three. Asian boy maintaining. Iron Fister passing Maria for second place. Asian boy still hanging on. Iron Fister is right there, though. Waiting to capitalize on any slip up, any mistake, any hold up. Tight field. All right. Maria passing Iron Fister, and Iron Fister passing Maria back. Asian boy maintaining first place through the first portal and into the second. Asian boy coming out of that portal a little bit hotter than the rest of the field, making a little bit more gap up on him. Scottish Stabs passing the field up to second place, followed by Maria and Iron Fister. Mega J's at the very back of the field currently, in 9th place. Asian boy is just tearing up this racetrack. Got his status in second, Maria in third. Mother's Day made me miss marbles. I think that's excusable. I conquer you. All right, Asian boy made it into the portal first, way ahead of the rest of the field. Made me wonder if we ended up in a different portal, but no, we all ended up in the same portal. Asian boy is making a significant lead over the rest of the field. As long as there's no weird holdups, Asian Boy's got this in the bag. If I told my wife I had to take a break from marbles, I'd be planning my funeral. Understandable. All right, Asian Boy in first. Scottish is still second. Maria third. Iron Fister in fourth. Asian Boys have taken this away. Asian Boy with the win. Scottish Staz in second. Iron Fister third. Maria fourth. Cottontail fifth. What do we have? Chance took sixth. The Wrath of Butter Pecan took seventh. York took eighth. Omega J took ninth. GG's on the Grand Prix. Once again, this is going to be for Marble Fest bundles. I'm surprised I came in last place. It has to happen. Blue Meanie is in third. Scottish Staz is in second. Maria took first. Maria, would you like to have a Marble Fest 68 season bundle? It must be Wrath. Maria, are you still there? Had to get Pecan or his ninth player. There's definitely a must be present to win type of clause. Fell asleep for a moment. Perfect. Do you want to get the you want the season 68 bundle? You did win the you did win. Yes, Omega J, you're more than welcome to mention all of the birthdays that we have coming up this week. Oh, what do we have? 5, 10... All right. Maria, I see that you have an account, so I will get that bundle over to you right after stream is over here. Where'd that go? There it went. Free to play birthday share. Jason's on Tuesday. Pecan and Loston are on Thursday. Red Run Ruby's on Saturday. And so many birthdays this week. That's amazing. Please donate. It is a crowdfunding opportunity. So there is a crowdfunding opportunity for that keyboard for a gift for Loston. So yeah, definitely Loston gives a lot to this community. So if you've ever gotten a gift sub from him, or even just been part of something where he's given away merch, or been part of one merchandise off of a train that he's helped push up, try to give. If you can give $5, give $5, please. That'd be awesome. He's definitely somebody that deserves a little bit of love back from the community for sure. All right, with that said, I think I'm gonna wrap it up for the evening. No, that's awesome, Omega. I love that you have grabbed a hold of this little time to celebrate, and have always just been pushing and, you know, bringing attention to it. Like, that's amazing that you've really stepped up to really do that. That's awesome, Omega. I really appreciate you for that. It looked like you were going to be a shoo-in for it at first. All right, we're going to raid out for the evening. We're going to call it a night. We're going to raid on over to MJ. Let's go show him some love too. Hope everybody had a fantastic Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Hope everybody's had a chance to either celebrate with their mom, or with somebody that's a mother figure in their life, or even just have an opportunity to be thankful for somebody that's helped them in a positive way as some kind of a mentor. Hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their evening, gets a great night's sleep, has a fantastic Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow night around 8 o'clock Eastern.